In this video we will review the OnePlus 9 Pro that shoots in 8 freaking K from a smartphone filmmaker's perspective. Hey, what's up guys, Julian from smartphonefilmakingpro.com here, the ultimate online course about smartphone filmmaking. And today we will take a closer look at the OnePlus 9 Pro that shoots video in 8K. But okay, actually let's take a step back and let's clarify what it actually means to shoot in 8K and what is 8K. 8K means that you shoot in a resolution of 7680 by 4320. And if you compare that to 4K, this is actually 4 times bigger. And if you compare this to full HD, which still is the standard these days, it is 16 times bigger. Okay, so just think about this for 1 second. 8K is 16 times bigger than full HD, which still is the standard for most TV programs these days. And yes, you get this on a phone. Is it overkill? Well, yeah, absolutely. But does it also have some benefits? Well, let's find out. So if you switch into the 8K mode on your OnePlus 9 Pro, you get a time limit of 5 minutes and you can only record it up to 30 frames per second. And in the end, you get a video that has an H.265 codec that is very taxing for your computer. Usually when you shoot on a normal smartphone, you get a video that is in an H.264 codec, which was and still is up to this day the standard format for many years. And computers and editing programs are optimized for that, and that's also the reason why it's generally speaking easier to edit for your editing machine. The benefit of H.265 on the other hand is that you get better image quality in a smaller file size, which theoretically sounds absolutely awesome. The only problem is that editing programs and computers cannot really cope with it easily. But let's get this technical and theoretical stuff out of the way and let's talk about some real life user experiences. And I said it in my first impressions video, when we first took the phone outdoors for a test shoot, the lenses got steamy inside. So it's not on the outside, I could not just wipe it off, it was inside. And in my opinion, this is an absolute no-go for a smartphone that costs well over $900. On the positive side though, I only had this problem once when we were first shooting with it. But still, this is absolutely atrocious. But let's talk about the most important thing, and that is of course the image quality. And overall, the images that you get with this phone, they look really good. Colors are looking natural, they are not too oversaturated like on Samsung phones for example, and I really like the overall image quality. You get the best quality of course when you shoot in 8K, and it drops down a little bit when you shoot in 4K and also in 1080p of course. The benefit on the other hand, if you drop your quality, you get the ability to shoot in higher frame rates. In 4K you can shoot up to 120 frames per second, which is very impressive, and in 1080p you can shoot up to 240 frames per second, and in 720p you even get 480 frames, which is very impressive. Like I said before, when you drop the resolution and you increase your frame rate, the quality is getting worse, but it's still very good in my opinion. The super slow motion in 480 frames per second, well, it's not mind-blowingly bad. It of course looks worse compared to all the others, but it's still nice to having the option to shoot at those super high frame rates. When it comes to the image stabilization, I have to say, well, it really depends. Most of the time, it actually does a really great job and it works no problem whatsoever. However, with some shots, especially when I was doing parallax shots on my gimbal, I found that the image stabilization was kind of like fighting against the stabilization of the gimbal. And other phones do a better job here, like for example the iPhone 12 Pro. I never had any issues with this. When you switch lenses, when you switch from the wide to the ultra wide, you do lose some quality. It's not a night and day difference, but it's definitely noticeable. But I still like the quality of the ultra wide, and I love that you get the 8K in the ultra wide and also the standard camera. So all in all, I can actually recommend the OnePlus 9 Pro from a smartphone filmmaking perspective. The 8K won't change the world, and the quality in my opinion is not the best there is on the market, but it does a really great job and you can't go wrong with it. And like I said before, build quality is pretty decent, but also not mind-blowingly good for a phone in this price range. So in the end, you have to decide for yourself what's most important to you. And by the way, battery life and especially the charging times are really good and definitely ahead of the curve comparing it to Apple. And just one last thing before we're closing this video, in case you have not checked out Smartphone Filmmaking Pro, you should definitely do so. We are the ultimate online course about smartphone filmmaking. We currently have over 65 videos and more videos are coming constantly. In the course, you'll learn all the things that you need to know when it comes to filming with your phone. You get all the technical stuff, you get some creative techniques. We have the entire editing part on a computer, but also directly on smartphones. And we also have several ways on how you can actually make money shooting videos with your smartphone. So definitely check out the totally free webinar where I share top 5 secrets to shooting videos with your smartphone. But like I said, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you in the webinar.